Are you tired of searching for buyers abroad for your agro-commodities? Well, now you have the power to do it yourself. Introducing the Eureka Pack, your ultimate solution for finding buyers abroad for your products. No more relying on others to help you connect with buyers for your manufactured goods or your authentic African foods. With the Eureka Pack, you can take control of your business. The Eureka Pack is a practical guide designed for both current and aspiring exporters, providing you with invaluable insights on how to attract buyers abroad. Just imagine all the information and strategies you need to succeed in the global market, conveniently packaged in one powerful resource. So, you must be wondering, how do you get your hands on the Eureka Pack? It's simple. Visit our website at www.3timpexglobal.com or call 0809 124 4449. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Get the Eureka Pack today and take your business to new heights. The Eureka Pack, empowering exporters to reach buyers worldwide.
Are you a retiree? Are you an employee looking forward to retirement? Are you an agro processor, a farmer, and a manufacturer of different items in Nigeria? Do you desire to earn foreign exchange in euro, dollars, and pounds? Are you interested in expanding your market beyond the shore of Nigeria? Are you looking for how to start doing export business? Do you have an order and looking for how to go about exporting your product abroad? Then I have great news for you. 3T Impex Trade Academy, in conjunction with American Institute of Extended Studies, brings to you from export novice to export legend. This is an export mentoring program that helps you step by step until you achieve your goal of doing a successful and sustainable export business. New enrollment is currently ongoing. The program costs $1,250 and there are flexible payment plans to fit your budget. Enroll today.
Are you struggling to find buyers abroad for your products or services? If so, this video is a game changer. In our pack, How to Find Buyers Abroad, we tackle these challenges by providing you with proven strategies to overcome limited reach, insider tips to establish valuable connections, and practical techniques to attract paying buyers from abroad. Now the gist. This pack currently goes for 60,000 naira. What is that? See, this is the only guide you need to attract paying buyers from abroad. Whether you're an importer looking for forex, an exporter or banker looking for export customers, and agri-processors, SME, manufacturers, and other businesses that want to sell abroad. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Call 080-9124-4449 or visit www.3timpexglobal.com to place your order.
Are you an agro-processor, SME, or manufacturer? Are you looking to expand your market abroad? Then look no further. The Eureka Pack is the perfect solution to your problem on finding buyers abroad. The valuable materials that you get and 27 videos explaining and demonstrating how to use the manuals to find buyers abroad. It shows you how to 1. Get prepared to get buyers abroad. 2. Get the online tools to deploy to get buyers abroad. 3. Get list of markets with demands for your products. 4. Get the list of importers in that market. 5. Get the contacts of importers in that market. 6. Get the export contracts from the contact details of the importers. 7. Get favorable export contract terms. What are you still waiting for? Place your order via a WhatsApp chat to 0809 999 3142 or email to info@3timpex.com. You can get this pack for just 60,000 naira. Grab your copy now.
You're a professional or a businessman. Do you desire to earn in dollars, euros, or pounds? Have you thought of taking your business to the world? Does it look like a daunting task? You desire to know what you need to do to get ready to go global? Do you know that there is a science behind making your product or service to go global in a successful and sustainable manner? To learn more about it, get a copy of the book titled Pivot to Go Global. A scientifically proven, tested, and trusted template for building a successful and sustainable export business. To pre-order at 33% discount, call 080-912-44449.
All right, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining today. It's a pleasure to be with you this evening as we start a new series. The series we are starting today is getting ready to buy or to trade under AfCFTA. We've talked about sourcing for buyers, and that took us about 24, 25 weeks. This will likely take us about maybe about 20 weeks. So I believe it's going to be an interesting session for all of us. If you are just joining this program for the first time, and you wish to connect with us, you can connect with us on our YouTube channel, Voice of African Trade. You can also connect with us on our Facebook page at 3Timpex, Instagram the same. You can search for me also on TikTok, Export Doctor on TikTok. Subscribe, like, share, and remember to drop comment on our YouTube channel. If you want to get the link to this program every week, by default, just join our community online. It's free to join our Telegram channel. It's free to join our Telegram channel. On the channel, you get the link every week. And that then make it easier for you to be able to continue with us. Now, every Friday we have Export Discourse live on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram. Sorry, on YouTube and on TikTok. We've not been able to. We'll not be doing on Instagram. We'll be doing more on TikTok. You can ask any question during that program, particularly question that I can't answer on Thursday like this, because Thursday is usually for just about 1 hour. And sometimes I have so much to say without enough time to be able to answer most of the questions. But that program on Friday, that's tomorrow, same time, enable us to be able to have robust conversation, because I don't have any prepared slide to talk through, but basically listening to your questions and answering your questions. You have to get Eureka Pack, how to find buyer abroad. Maybe it's time for you to get it. The pack, all the series of the last episode on how to find buyer, I write inside Eureka Pack. That's a manual. No, that's 2 manuals and 27 videos. We believe we are able to successfully solve the problem of looking for buyer. So anybody tell me looking for buyer, go and get Eureka Pack. You will find 10 different options available for you to find buyer, and you have to use a mix of them. So what we are trying to look at now is, so if you find the buyer, what if you are not ready to do the business? Because that's my findings. A number of businesses or individuals are not export ready. And that's the whole essence of this conversation. Those that are not ready, what they need to do to become export ready. So you can see the 2 manuals in the pack, Build to Go Global and Eureka. That's why we call it Eureka Pack. You have the manual and video that demonstrate how to use the manual. or rather explain a number of things that were recommended in manual. For example, you want to find the country that have demand for your product. The manual explained, the video demonstrated. So you know where to go online and exactly what you need to do online. You know where to go online and exactly what you need to do when you go online. So today we'll be having the preamble of this program. And the preamble, if you are familiar with the way we have operated, the preamble is mainly focused towards updates on AfCFTA. Update on AfCFTA. That means we want to know, since this program is about AfCFTA, so where are we exactly as a nation and as a continent on the implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement? We'll discuss that today and next week. And from upper week, we get into it, discussing getting ready to take advantage of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. Basically, getting ready to go into export. We're just using AfCFTA as an example. The real conversation is getting ready to go into export. Because I realize that not many businesses are ready for export. Even though many people want to do export, not many businesses are ready. And the implication of that is that they won't be able to do the business successfully. This series of conversation for about 20 weeks is aimed at explaining what do we need to do to be ready to play in the export market. So let's start with what is AfCFTA? It stands for African Continental Free Trade Area, established by African Continental Free Trade Agreement, which has been negotiated by African countries, with 54 countries signed and over 40 ratified. Ratification means it's now a law in your country and you are a state party, and that means that we can now ship to your country. But you also have to provide evidence, document that shows the items that are allowed duty-free and the 3% or the 10% that are not allowed duty-free. Because every country signed to the fact that 90% of traded goods in the world will be allowed into their country duty-free. A free trade agreement is an arrangement between two or more countries which seeks to create condition. It seeks to create condition for the free flow of trade among member countries. In practice, this means that countries establishing FTA agree not to charge import tariff. One of the things that prevent competitiveness of products being traded is the fact that duty is charged. So the idea around this program is that if I'm part of it, the implication of that is if other countries are doing the same product or shipping the same item, my own product is going to be done duty-free. To better understand FTA, it's useful to compare it with related concept of custom union. A custom union is defined as the substitution of a single custom territory for two or more territory with free movement of goods across the border within the custom union and a common external trade regime. When you get to the level of custom union, what that means is that countries involved have agreed that anybody trading with us, irrespective of the country through which this product enters our territory, we all are going to charge the same duty. If you enter Ghana, we charge the same duty. If you enter Nigeria, the same duty. Benin Republic, the same duty. Because we are in the same custom union. However, unlike FTA, a custom union established a common external regime, which means all parties to the custom union apply the same tariff. So when was this created? AfCFTA was signed. It was launched rather 15th of 2015. Next one was concluded March 21, 2018. On the day of adoption, 44 members signed. Nigeria was on the way. The president then was on the way, but the civil society said he should not sign. He had to come back and set up a committee to review and make recommendations. Eventually, we agreed to go ahead and sign. As at February this year, 54 countries have signed, 46 have ratified. That means they have gone a step further and take necessary constitutional steps at the national level to implement the agreement as a matter of binding law in their country. Trading under AfCFTA formally started January 2021, but in July 2022, there was guided trade. So even though formally started, but there was no trade until July 2022. And we had about 8 participating countries in the guided trade. So June 2015, negotiation began. February 2016, first AfCFTA negotiation forum held. May 2016, agreement and adoption of the 12 negotiating guiding principles. February to July 2017, negotiation and agreement on 90% of tariff liberalization. March 2018, phase 1 negotiation concluded. May 2019, AfCFTA entered into force. They needed 22 countries to ratify for it to enter into force. And as of May 2019, that happened. February 2020, decision taken to add protocol on women and youth. Now, this agreement have trade in goods protocol, trade in services, dispute resolution, competition policy, competition policy, and 2 others. I'm trying to remember now. So there are 6 of them, but now they've added 2 more. And the additional 2 they added, the implication of that is that we now have 8 protocols. And that happened February 2020. We now have protocol on women in trade, so protocol on women and youth in trade, and protocol on digital trade. January 2021, trading formally started. January 2021. July 2022, guided trade initiative was announced. October 2022, guided trade initiative officially launched. That was last year. As at February this year, AU adopted 3 protocols. So now, okay, these were the 3 I was trying to remember: competition policy, intellectual property right, and investment. So we have trade in goods, trade in services, dispute resolution, intellectual property right, competition policy, and investment. Now we have, in addition to those 6, protocol on women and youth in trade, and protocol on digital trade. So we have 8 protocols. 8 protocols. What does AfCFTA aim to achieve? Its aim is to create a single market for goods and services, to liberalize tariff in goods and services markets, to support the movement of capital and person while facilitating investment that build on state parties. So we hope to achieve this one day, in which you can pick up your passport and you can go to all the countries in Africa that have ratified without having to demand for visa. To lay the foundation of a continental custom union, because the next level after free trade agreement is custom union. The next level after free trade agreement is custom union. From custom union to common market, from common market to economic union, and from economic union, of course, you can have political union. That has been tough to achieve. EU stop at economic union when you have one central bank and single currency. To promote sustainable and inclusive socio-economic development, considering gender equality and structural transformation, and to increase competitiveness of state parties, both intracontinentally and, of course, globally. To promote industrialization and diversification, regional value chain development, agri-development, and food security. To resolve challenges of multiple and overlapping regional economic communities. You know, in Africa, we have ECOWAS, that have ETLS. We have SADC in Southern Africa. We have EAC. We have a number of regional economic communities who are doing the same thing within a particular geographic region. What the AfCFTA have done is to collapse all of them into one. So objectives: create a single market, liberalize tariff, facilitate investment and movement of capital, promote economic inclusive and gender-sensitive social economic development, increase intracontinental competition, promote industrialization and diversification and resilience, and resolve overlapping intricacies of the regional economic communities. Remember, question and answer holds tomorrow by 5 p.m. on Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube.
Are you struggling to find buyers abroad for your product or services? If so, this video is a game changer. In our pack, How to Find Buyers Abroad, we tackle these challenges by providing you with proven strategies to overcome limited reach, insider tips to establish valuable connections, and practical techniques to attract paying buyers from abroad. Now the gist. This pack currently goes for 60,000 naira. How is that? See, this is the only guide you need to attract paying buyers from abroad. Whether you're an importer looking for forex, an exporter or banker looking for export customers, and agri-processors, SME, manufacturers, and other businesses that want to sell abroad. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Call 08091244449 or visit www.3timpesglobal.com to place your order.
All right. What does AfCFTA cover? The agreement establishing AfCFTA is a package of legal instruments constituting a framework agreement and several protocols. Each protocol may have its own respective annexes and appendices. The negotiation to establish AfCFTA has been concluded, and it was done in 2 phases. However, negotiation is still continuing on a number of technical instruments. Rule of origin, for example, national schedule of concession, I think it is 88% of that has been done according to the office of the AfCFTA secretariat in Ghana. So sorry for the break in transmission. I had issue with my network. However, negotiation is still ongoing for, I was talking about national schedule of tariff concession on goods. That 80 something, I think 88, according to the Secretary, 88 of that has been done. Now look at it, I talked about this before. Phase one, protocol on trading goods, trading services, dispute resolution concluded. Phase two, competition policy, investment, intellectual property rights. Then under the phase two has been adopted, part of it, because when it started initially, competition policy, investment, and intellectual property rights were already part of the initial 6 protocols or areas of coverage of the agreement, or areas of coverage of the agreement. But, like I said, it was just about 2 years ago that digital trade and women and youth in trade was specifically added to the protocol to ensure that it's gender sensitive and, more importantly, also cover the growing trend. I mean, digital trade is very much right on us right now. Now, what is the status of ratification? So how many countries have signed on to this? How many countries have signed on to this? The AfCFTA entered into force May 30, 2019 for 24 countries that had deposited their instrument of ratification. Remember, that's the instrument that shows that this agreement is now a law in your country. This agreement is now a law in your country. So that means your country is bound to obey, pretty much. Nigeria ratified December 2022. Sorry, 2020. So it's been 2 years that we ratified, and this instrument became a law in Nigeria. The operational phase of AfCFTA agreement was officially launched 7th of July 2019. 7th of July 2019. As at February 20, 2023, as at February 20, 2023, 54 countries have signed. 54 countries have signed. 46 have ratified. 46 have ratified. Only Eritrea is yet to sign. I really don't know why. We're hoping they will, but the world was actually shocked at the level of acceptance of this agreement because, you know, Africa, we really unite. We really unite. But it seems as if somehow we united on this one because that will help to save our economy. So if you look at this chart, you notice Eritrea is the only one yet to sign. Now, those that are yet to ratify: Benin Republic, our neighbor, Liberia, Guinea-Bissau, Libya, Sudan, South Sudan, Somalia, Mozambique, Madagascar are all yet to ratify, but they've signed. Only Eritrea is yet to sign. Like I said, Nigeria ratified 5th of December 2020. 5th of December 2020. Now, after ratification, the deposit of instrument of ratification with AU chairperson, and this translates obligation of agreement into law in that country. Then there is submission of schedule of tariff concession. Then there is submission of schedule of specific service commitment. Remember, there is trade in services, and there are about 5 services that AfCFTA cover: financial services, business support services, I think travel and tourism, and I think 2 others. So there are 5 of them. Then technical verification of goods and services commitment, annexing goods and services schedule to AfCFTA agreement for each state party, and giving effect to the schedule through national tariff book and related regulatory instrument. So all this has been done for a number of countries. For Nigeria, Nigeria is yet to conclude. The former executive secretary of the National Committee resigned, and the former NEPC CEO became the executive secretary, so which I think is a good one. Having been in NEPC and worked with them and aware of this, I think it's just good that he's the one taking on this. So we are hoping that he will be able to get the presidency to adopt the process. I mean, the issue is, okay, let me show you what the process would look like. What are the tariff concession schedules? What does this mean? When you're doing a program like this, of course, you don't want to leave your border open for everybody to come in. So there are always rules. So for example, if Ghana or South Africa or Malawi or Zimbabwe or Egypt want to export to Nigeria duty-free, meaning the item coming in will not require the payment of duty, meaning that item is among the item that Nigeria is classified as being duty-free. Then Ghanaian or the Kenya exporter or the Ethiopia exporter, we have to show evidence that that product was either produced in Kenya with about 60% of its raw material sourced from Kenya or any other African country, or that there is a substantial level of value addition. In the case of ETLS in West Africa, value addition must be at least 30%. That means when the product came in as CKD or without value added, the value is $500. After value addition locally, either through assembling or whatever I think is doing, it's still the same product, you just added value. It's not being processed, but you added value to it. Value addition means it's not money in the form it came in. a motorcycle, CKD, generator, CKD. But when you add value, the price moves by at least 30% from the value when it came into the country. Or there is a processing that changed the classification of the product. By that I mean, so the product classification before was concentrate, mango concentrate, or orange concentrate, or processed wood. But by the time you finish processing, there is a change in classification of the tariff. So the tariff heading, if you are familiar with what is called HS code, harmonized system of code, is like the ID number of product. At international level, that code is about 6-digit number. If the first 4 digits change, so you process the mango concentrate, which can be classified as a chemical, to mango juice, which is now a beverage, or you process and convert the processed wood or sawn wood to furniture, which is no more a commodity, but now a manufactured finished good. You are said to have processed, and the process changed the tariff heading. Now, those are the things that make the product eligible. There are so many other nuances around this, variation in the figure I quoted, and it varies from one product to the other. So what you now have to know as an exporter is to confirm, does my product meet this requirement? How will you know? The process of application immediately is approved by the president. It's going to be in the news. It's going to be online. You can fill the form, submit. The committee is going to come to your warehouse and check and confirm that indeed your product is eligible. And then you get a certificate of origin. And of course, the product will be registered with the AfCFTA Secretariat. With the certificate of origin, what that is demonstrating is that you are now eligible to ship to Ghana, Kenya, any other country that allow that product to be duty-free. Now, let's come to the question I was asking. What are the tariff concessions? The level of tribalization envisaged in AfCFTA is quite ambitious. For example, AfCFTA state party. Who is a state party? A country that have ratified, that have made it to become a law. That agreement is signed to become a law in the country. It's a state party. AfCFTA state party have agreed to eliminate 97%. There are over 5,000, I think almost 6,000 tariffs in the world. I think traded products in the world based on the tariff. About 6,000, 97% will be liberalized. 97. And this will be over a period of time. Why they allow themselves freedom to exclude a maximum of 3%. So if government of Nigeria says, for example, we are trying to develop the rice value chain, so we don't want rice to come in, what that means is that 97% will not include rice. Rice will be in the 3%. So a government in consultation with private sector look at the economy and agree what is it that we do not want to come into our country duty-free and to be under 33%. So if we say total HS code in the world, for example, if you say the total HS code. Let me ask, I want to ask ChatGPT the total number of HS code in the world. Let's see, so we can calculate. Now, we can calculate the 3% and be able to know what 3% translates to. Because like I said, the total HS code is actually about, sorry, let me ask, ChatGPT is not giving me what I want. Let me go to BALD. You know, I'm sure you guys are aware of all these applications. You know, it just make life easy. Instead of going to Google, ask those that will tell you directly. So you won't have to be reading up and down and just get what you need directly. So I'm trying to ask BAD. I think BAD is more, is bad than ChatGPT. Now, the idea is this. I'm trying to do a calculation. And the calculation I'm trying to do is to be able to know, so what percentage does this come to actually? Because what that does for you is that it makes you know that that's why they said what Africa is trying to do is very ambiguous. What Africa is trying to do is very ambitious. Ambitious in the sense that 97%, 97%, that is a lot. That is a lot. Okay, so BAD is saying 5,300 HS code. So 5,300 HS code. So what's 3% of 5,300 HS code? What's the 3% of 5,000 HS code? That's 159 tariff line. So Nigeria has 159 tariff line of product that we can say, no, this one must not enter, this one must not enter. They can enter Nigeria, but they will not enter duty-free. So 90%, now out of the 97, 90% is eliminated, will be eliminated, tariff will be eliminated over 5 years in more advanced African country and over 10 years in less advanced African country. The remaining 7% of tariff line designated as sensitive will be reduced and eliminated for over a longer time frame of 10 years. The idea is for the 90% for developing country like Nigeria, every product for the 90%, it will be, if the tariff today is 20%, then it will go to 16, then 12, 8, 4, 0 over a period of 5 years. And it's counting already because from when it started, and we're over 2 years already. But for other products, 7 years. So that means effectively, you still have coverage for up to 10 years. The idea is to give African country to be able to develop. Because sincerely, if you think Nigeria is having issues in terms of development, then I don't know what you say about some African country. If you have been following this series for a while, we did a complete series of at least 50 African countries, trying to look at the economy, what they import, what they export, the challenge of the economy, the opportunities there, market entry into those places, cultural issue in those places. And we discovered that in those countries, at least Nigeria is better than at least 40. Why? According to the ranking on the ease of doing business, Nigeria is still better. As bad as Nigeria is Nigeria is better than Nigeria is number 15, 16. And others. So even in West Africa, I think number 4 or thereabout, out of 15 countries. So that was how terrible a number of countries in Africa is. So there is need for this kind of allowance for hoping that development will happen within the next 10 years. Illustration of the liberalized schedule: 90% of tariff line general. On 90% of tariff line, tariff are to be liberalized according to a normal schedule. 7% of tariff line countries have additional time to remove schedule. Those ones are called sensitive products. Then we now have exclusive or excluded product. And on those ones, tariff will not be removed. Countries have the right to maintain the tariff. And if the product is prohibited or banned, countries have the right to also retain that, at least to protect their economy. So it not be like you leave yourself completely exposed and completely open. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll round up.
Professional or a businessman? Do you desire to earn in dollars, euros, or pounds? Have you thought of taking your business to the world? Does it look like a daunting task? You desire to know what you need to do to get ready to go global? Do you know that there is a science behind making your product or service to go global in a successful and sustainable manner? To learn more about it, get a copy of the book titled Built to Go Global. A scientifically proven, tested, and trusted template for building a successful and sustainable export business. To pre-order at 33% discount, call 080 912 44449.
You want to be able to have access to the link to this program, please visit Telegram, join African Export Business Platform. It's free. On that platform, you get the link to this program every week and a number of other updates on our activity that will be of immense benefit to your business.
This implies products. Well,
Sorry.
we have
Sorry, I'm having an issue with my network here. I don't know. Okay, I think I will just stop this.